Hi, I'm Gina Perks and I'm with the Copper Needle here today with a design for my design of the week. I'm using my brand new June tool. This comes in small, medium, and large, so we're going to be using the medium today to create our flower design. Then I'm also using my stencil, which is the flower stencil. So I've went ahead and sprayed the flower stencil, you can see there, and I used the magic marking spray, so that way it's not going to bounce around or anything as I work, and it will just be easily removed with water. Okay, so the tool has an oval, a leaf, a square, a circle, a triangle, a hexagon, and we're going to get started with the oval. Because I'm using a long arm machine, I'm going to need that opening there so that I can get in to access my hopping foot safely. I'm just going to line up the registration mark of the ruler, you can see right there, with the line provided by my stencil. Anytime you're using a ruler that's a specialty ruler, you might want to add a little gripping aid along the bottom of it, especially if you're using a domestic machine. And these tools can be used with domestic, mid-arm, long arm, any type of machine. So I use a fancy shelf lining piece. So you don't have to have a big investment there. Just put it right under the ruler. And you want to make sure that you're stabilizing the ruler well. And starting in the center, I'm going to create the oval. Any type of ruler is going to basically be to use along the edge of your hopping foot. So your hopping foot is going to be resting along the edge of the ruler. So I rotate, leaving my needle in the down position in the center, rotate the ruler, go ahead and reposition the gripping aid, and move your hand so that you're stabilizing the ruler, and then just stitch the second oval ending up back at the center. Keep your needle in the down position when you land, so you want to set that up that way. Rotate again, position your hand so that you have nice stabilization. Go ahead and clip that center thread so that you don't end up getting caught. Rotate the ruler again. Each time I rotate the ruler, I line up the registration mark on the ruler with that on my fabric. Keep on working, rotating around, lining up the registration line of the ruler with the tool, and we have a flower. Now that could be cool all on its own if we just wanted a flower, but if we want to add a secondary design element to this flower, we can use a different part of the tool, which is the leaf. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to use this portion of the flower to travel out and then back into the center. So I'm just going to nice and slow do a nice open zigzag design until I get to this point. Once I reach that point, I'm going to line up my tool with the dot provided by the stencil. And then quilt the leaf. And then I'm going to use this intersection to do the second run of zigzag. All the while I'm just leaving the tool in place. And then I'm going to rotate the tool, line up the point with that dot provided by the stencil, like so. Back to that point, and then another run through with the zigzag. What this is doing is creating a really neat kind of secondary design, but it's also providing a way to travel in and out of the space. Rotate the tool, line that point up with the dot. Do your zigzag again. Not paying too much attention to how perfect it is. Just nice, slow, and easy zigzag, leaving the ruler in place. Rotate it again, line up the point with the dot. And see how I'm stabilizing my tool with my fingers? When I want to reposition, I'll stop my machine and then reposition my hands. Do my zigzag. And then my zigzag for my last point. And then one last petal. Rotate the tool, line up the point with the dot. And then we have our flower.
And done.
Forgot to do the little curly keys, but I couldn't remember when I did them.
That's right, it looks really cute.
Does it look good enough?
Yeah, it does.